Hi, and welcome back to O'Fallon Life on Air. We are here in the O'Fallon studio. It's November 10th, 2025, the day before Veterans Day. And we have a special Veterans Day themed episode here of our podcast. And we're joined with Conan Stott. Conan's a longtime employee of the city. And one of your roles, you do everything veterans for the city. So tell us a little bit more about what you do for the city and how you interact with our veterans here in town.
Well, thank you, Tony. Thanks for having me. I'm the staff liaison to the Veterans Commission. I help them with just about anything they need as far as being in City Hall. They have a monthly meeting. I assist them with getting anything on a council agenda if they have something. I assist with ceremonies. And they have several a year, and we'll talk about those. Answering questions, guiding any of our residents of our community that need assistance with veterans items, help them get in touch with the organization or someone in the Veterans Commission that can help them out.
All right. So you kicked it off by talking about the Veterans Commission.
Yes.
Explain more about what the Veterans Commission is, what do they do, and who makes up the commission?
Veterans Commission consists of 11 members. Some of them are military veterans. Some are civilians. Most of them belong to organizations in the community, VFW, American Legion, AMVETS, Marine Corps League, things like that. So they come from all around the community, not just O'Fallon, but St. Peter's, St. Charles County. And they're here to assist other veterans in the community, all the surrounding communities, with anything that's going on in government, anything that's going on in their local organizations, the VFWs, American Legions and such, bringing them together, finding assistance for them if they need it. Events, they have numerous events each year, all of the organizations, bingo, and they raise money for community activities, charities, as well as their own organizations to help out local veterans. Just guide the veteran community through the activities that are going on all around us.
All right. So you do not have to be a veteran to be part of the commission? Is that accurate?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yes.
So if we had a listener right now that wanted to be involved in the Veterans Commission, how would they go about doing so? You
can get on our website, OFallonMO.gov, and find the how you could become a member of a board or commission, or you can call up City Hall and talk to the Veterans Office at 636-379-5577.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And with other boards and commissions, the city council is an elected position. The residents elect the council members, but the Veterans Commission is to be appointed.
They're all appointed, yes.
Appointed by the mayor.
Yes.
And confirmed and approved by the city council. So if you're interested to call up here, go on the website to learn more, to take part in that. So you talk about some of the things that the Veterans Commission do and it's ceremonies and events. So what are some of the events that the commission puts on each year? They
have several events each year. A newer one that takes place in March 29th of each year is the Vietnam War Remembrance Day. They started doing that just within the past few years. So it had been down at the Veterans Museum. We will probably start having that either down at the Veterans Memorial. They may move that around some.
Okay.
But that's in remembrance of the Vietnam War, which ended in 1975. We got out in 1975. Other events or ceremonies are Armed Forces Day, Memorial Day, POW MIA Remembrance Day ceremony, which is the only nighttime ceremony we have. That's 7 p.m., and that's in September. It's always the third Friday in September.
Okay.
Then from there we go to Veterans Day, which is tomorrow, and then Pearl Harbor Day ceremony, which this year is on Sunday, December 7th.
Okay.
That will be at the
actual day of
the actual
day.
That will be at Krekel Civic Center at 1 p.m., and all of these ceremonies are open to the public.
And they're all special. They all bring out, whether it's Vietnam Veterans Remembrance Day, different segment of the veterans community that may have served or have a connection to that. And this year's a little more somber for Pearl Harbor Day coming up next month. The last Pearl Harbor survivor just passed away last month. So a special recognition. I imagine will be mentioned at that event next month at Krekel.
Yes, it's years ago we had several residents in O'Fallon and the surrounding community, World War II veterans. Some of them were in the Navy and had some involvement with Pearl Harbor. Unfortunately, a lot of them have passed away, and it's rare to see a World War II veteran at an event anymore.
Right, but as always, the city continues to remember,
yes,
and continues to pay respect and hold these events every year.
Yes,
so
we
it's
do.
a nice thing. I think on behalf of the veterans, thank you for being that person that kind of carries that, being a champion for them and for those events.
They're a wonderful group to work with. I really enjoy it.
And speaking of working with veterans, one of the things you do here with the city is you are in charge of our veterans office.
Yes.
Not every city has a veterans office. O'Fallon has a fairly robust group down there on the first floor. Tell us more about that and what the veterans office does and what they can do for a veteran that doesn't maybe know they exist. Well,
it's been about 20 years now that the mayor at the time and the council wanted to look at having a veteran representative in City Hall. So we got together with some groups and got that going. And like I said, it's been about 20 years. It's grown. It's an all volunteer staff. Some of them are veterans, some are civilians, some had some experience with working with the federal government through whatever level, so they have some understanding of working with government. They're open Monday through Friday. They're here from 9 to 3:30, I believe it is. You can call, you can come up. They're excellent at guiding you through what you need to do and who you need to talk to, getting you information to get you going. They are not veteran service officers, and we'll get to that in a minute, but with their experience, they can give you very good guidance on the next step you need to take if you're looking at filing any disability claims, things like that would go on to the VA. And that leads us into veteran service officer. We have, through AMVETS, William Sifford, that comes in twice a week, and he is a certified veteran service officer. He can handle all disability claims, pensions, guide you through the VA, the Veterans Administration, on any medical issues, where you need to go, what paperwork you need to fill out. He's an excellent resource. He stays very busy. He suggests you call and make an appointment just so he can set aside the amount of time that you'll need. And if you have questions, if you're not sure that you're able to get some benefits, call him up. Sometimes he can explain things over the phone, maybe save you a trip in. If it looks like you're a candidate, he can have you come in and sit down and he'll go over everything and start the process.
All right. And like I said, are all volunteers that manage the veterans office?
Yes.
Besides yourself?
Yes.
How do you become involved in that if you would like to become a volunteer?
You can get in touch with our volunteer services office here at City Hall, and they qualify all of the volunteers in there. And there'll be an application process, and they'll get in touch with the members of the veterans office and get you going.
One thing with volunteering that's very common is, well, I'd love to do this, but I can't commit to certain times or X amount of time. I would imagine that you guys are open to a small amount or a large amount of involvement and what people can give back.
I believe they try to fill 4-hour shifts, morning and afternoon, but that sometimes some people just can't do that. So they certainly will work with you.
So don't be scared that you can't commit to 4 hours.
No, not at all. And it's a good cause. You're giving good information to a lot of people that are looking for it and they just don't know where to go.
And very deserving of the correct information. Yes. So, and AMVET's the liaison officer, the service officer. He, again, certified. So if any of our viewers, listeners need to file for a DD-214, benefits, things like that, pensions, he's certified and can take care of all those things for them.
And you can call him at 636-379-5576.
Okay.
And again, the Veterans Office, 636-379-5577, if you just have general questions.
All right. And we're giving out a lot of numbers and information, websites today on this episode. So in the comments section on our platforms, we'll have those numbers and websites in there for you. So check that out down below when you click and subscribe. So to get that information. You mentioned earlier that some of our events are held at different spots around town, but one is Veterans Memorial Walk.
Yes.
The Veterans Memorial Walk is located at 800 Bellevue Creek Road, right off of Highway 70. Tell us more about that. I know you were around when we created, designed it and built it. Tell us some of the features and what that means to the city.
I was around. Was not involved in any of the creation or design or anything, but I remember it being constructed. The late 90s, the mayor and city council got together a group of veterans called the Veterans Committee. They wanted to look at the possibility of forming a commission, which later became the Veterans Commission, and constructing a veterans memorial. So a group of veterans and organizations came together, started looking at possibilities, and went through a design process. They chose a local artist from St. Louis, Mark Scott Carroll. He had several designs that they looked at and picked one that we're looking at now. That was dedicated in 2001, Veterans Day 2001. Oh. So next year will be 25 years old. It's there to recognize and to honor all veterans of all the branches, and we hold most of our ceremonies there: the Armed Forces Day, Memorial Day, POWMIA, and Veterans Day. Public is welcome at all of those, and we encourage you to show up. It's a wonderful event. They always have good speakers, interesting, lots of history. Now next year we're going to design and construct a monument for the U.S. Space Force, which is the newest branch of the military that just came in within the past few years. So we're looking forward to that. We'll start a design process and come up with some ideas, and then at some point start construction. And
so we don't have a design yet.
We do not have a design yet.
Okay,
no.
We're still, the idea is there to recognize the Space Force as part of the Armed Forces, to add with the other five, and we're going to move forward with that.
Right.
Okay, very exciting. And you mentioned that the public's always welcome to all the events. They're obviously invited, encouraged to attend, but the walk is also open 24 hours.
Yes, it is.
The parking, there is ample parking.
There's plenty of parking, yes.
There's benches, so if anybody just wants to take a moment to go sit and reflect, that it's open there for everybody at all times.
It is, and we get people letting us know that they see people down there at all hours of the day and night. 6 o'clock in the morning, midnight, 2 o'clock in the morning, just sitting there reflecting on the. And I wanted to add in 2003, we dedicated the Eternal Flame, which is down there.
Okay.
That was designed by a Navy veteran named Larry Pogue, who was an artist, only worked with stainless steel. He was out of Washington, Missouri. And he built that for us. We installed it, dedicated it in 2003. Larry has since passed away, but it's a nice monument to him.
And when the flame was lit, where did the flame come from?
Flame came from the Soldiers Memorial in downtown St. Louis. The Eternal Flame at the War Memorial down there. We brought that back with a kerosene lantern.
Right.
So had the fire chief and our mayor light it from the flame downtown and brought it back in a fire truck out here.
All right. And we still have the kerosene lantern.
We do.
Correct?
Yes, we do.
All right. The last thing, we talk about the 5 monuments for the 5 branches and the flame, the boots that are on the ground there. Yeah. Tell us about those.
The boots were designed a local veteran, Bill Petty's, who had been in the Army in the 50s and had a career in the Army. I don't remember when he retired. Bill passed away a few years ago, but he was very involved with the Veterans Commission, the Veterans Office, and the Veterans Memorial Walk. He was passionate about all of those. He loaned his combat boots to have a bronze mold made in them, and then that's how all of the boots down there were fabricated.
Okay, so the boots we see when we go to the memorial drive-by, they weren't just thought of.
No.
Those are actual veterans' combat boots.
They're exact replicas.
They're modeled after.
Yes.
Molded after, I should say. And with them being bronze, I know our volunteer services group, they take time every so often and go down and clean them up, polish them,
put a little wax on them.
Yeah. And like the Flame, we do have the boots here at City Hall.
We do.
The actual combat boots that those were designed after.
Yeah.
So very, very neat to have a personal connection with all these things, honoring our veterans, and we still hold on to those here at City Hall.
It was, and Bill Petty's was just thrilled to pass those along and have them used and they're out there for many more years. So,
a couple years ago, we started, a council member at the time, Tom Herwick, had an idea to honor fallen veterans. So fallen veterans that were from O'Fallon have a tie to O'Fallon, and we created the Heroes Way, which is the path of heroes. And residents or any visitors around O'Fallon will see road markers with the veteran's name and their branch of service. Yep. And these are individuals that were killed in service to our country. Can you talk about more about that? How that works?
It's a 7.8 mile route, and through it, mostly from Mexico Road up north. So if we have any residents out there that live far down south, just come up to the north end and Mexico Road, T.R. Hughes, Tom Ginever, Bellow Creek by the Veterans Memorial Walk, and you'll see the signs. We have 12 members of military that are honored with those signs that like I said, have a connection to O'Fallon. And in many cases, they still have family that are living here in O'Fallon. It was our way of honoring those men and women that went out and did what they had to do.
And some of there is a kind of a path around, the certain landmarks around O'Fallon where it's kind of designed. But family can apply, or somebody has a connection with the individual can apply, and they select 3 per year, correct? Yes. To honor on the path. Several years ago, all 3 were Vietnam veterans that were killed in Vietnam. All 3 of them were designated that year. Also, Schmitz was one of the first, a Marine that was killed several years ago overseas. His sign is right near Fort Zumwalt South High School on Bellevue Creek, because he went to high school there.
He went to high school there.
And most recently, the route was extended down Mexico Road to go in front of Fort Zumwalt West High School for Marine Sergeant Arlen Bass, who was killed in a training operation in the Marine Corps. So there is definitely a personal connection to where the sign is placed, whether it's somewhere they live, they grew up on that stretch of road, went to high school that area. So I know you're intimately involved in the placement of those signs and the applications and getting those installed every year for everybody. So thank you for that.
I know you had a lot of involvement in it too, and it's
the veterans do the work. We just it's our job to honor them. So
and we encourage families out there to apply and make us aware of.
Yeah. And so each year when we do the 3, it's on Memorial Day.
Memorial Day, yes.
The first year is Veterans Day, and we switched to Memorial Day in May to be a more fitting day for those that have lost their life. So again, thank you for that. So again, we're sitting here November 10th, Monday, November 10th, and tomorrow is Veterans Day.
Yes, it is.
So tell us a little bit more about tomorrow's ceremony, when, where, and what we can expect.
11 a.m. at the Veterans Memorial Walk, 800 Bellew Creek Road. There's plenty of parking there. We'll have a great speaker, Lieutenant Colonel Smith. He'll give us some history of past events. It's always a rain or shine event. The only time I recall it being canceled was 3 or 4 years ago when we had an ice storm.
Okay.
So dress appropriately. They're usually less than an hour, so they get a nice presentation and they get you out of there. So, but it's a nice opportunity to come down and see veterans, interact with veterans. If you want to have questions, you want to talk to the guest speaker, they're always around afterwards, and they enjoy seeing everyone out there.
All right.
We do too.
All right. Well, thank you for being our guest today.
Thank you very much.
Sharing what the city does for our veterans and what the veterans mean to the city as a whole. And again, thank you for what you do to honor all of our veterans. So at the end of this, we will have a Veterans Day tribute video. So stay tuned for that. But please also click like and subscribe to however you view our podcast for more. And we hope that you can join us tomorrow on Veterans Day, November 11th, at Veterans Memorial Walk for the ceremony that starts at 11 a.m. Thank you. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe so you get notified when the next episode of O'Fallon Life on Air drops. And now let's take a look at some of the great events that are coming up in the city of O'Fallon that you won't want to miss. Our final Get Out and Play Day of the year is Friday, November 14th. Lace up your cleats for Friday Night Lights at Dames Park. From 6 to 8 p.m., we're lighting up the field with skills drills, fun competitions, and a flag football scrimmage that will give a sneak peek at our new football programs coming in spring 2026. Grab your family and your game face. We can't wait to see you on the field. No registration required, and all Get Out and Play days are free. Monday, November 17th will be the next meeting of the O'Fallon Veterans Commission. The public is invited to attend the meeting to see what we're doing for our local veterans. The meeting starts at 7 p.m. in the council chambers inside City Hall. The next free senior seminar will be taking place on Wednesday, November 19th at the 10 a.m. in the Senior Center. This month's topic will be Training Your Brain. Join us to learn more about executive function and how it helps you plan, organize, and complete tasks at any age. Go to OFallonMO.gov to register for this free program. We kick off the holiday season with our annual tree lighting ceremony and holiday market on Wednesday, November 19th at City Hall. From 6 to 8 p.m., the entire community is invited to join in caroling, hot cocoa, cookies, and the lighting of the official O'Fallon holiday tree. This free, family-friendly event is the perfect way to get into the holiday spirit. For more holiday fun, be sure to order your tickets for the Celebration of Lights. This gigantic holiday light display will be open from November 28th through December 30th at Fort Zumwalt Park. Tickets are available now by going to OFallonMO.gov/COL. We hope to see you at some of those events and also back here for our next episode of O'Fallon Life on Air. Thanks for tuning in.